Today we're going to look at how to play a D minor chord. D minor chords here. And I'm using a pick rather than my finger for this one. And you play the 4 strings. You play the 4 bottom strings. You go from the D to an A, to a D, to an F, and the open strings are a D, a G, a B, and an E. An open D is the 2nd fret on the G, which is an A note. It's the 3rd fret of the B string, which is a D note. And it's the 1st fret of the E string, which is an F note. And play it nice and slowly and play the 4 bottom strings of the guitar. And you might find this chord quite difficult because there's a finger in each fret, even though they are quite close together. It's not stretching, maybe like the C or the G's, the stretch in the G between the 2nd and 3rd finger. This one, the fingers are quite close together, but it is quite difficult to sort of stretch them apart, and I think you forget the longer you've been playing that some of these chords are quite difficult to get, especially when you're learning. You want to try and keep your fingers nice and close to the fret on each one, but not touching the frets. This is the finger, your 3rd finger on the B string, D note. I think this is the finger that you're going to have most problems with getting it into position. And I think similar to when we did the D note, if you have to pull your finger to the end here, to the fret, if that's a problem, because it is at a weird angle, it is like a stretch on that finger, more than the other two, I feel. Then give it a pull, and if it starts sneaking back, you give it another pull out there and keep it there. And try not to touch any of the other strings. You just want to touch the strings with the tip of your fingers and arpeggiate the chord. Breaking it up so you can hear every note nice and clearly. And you just play the 4, you don't play the top, you don't play the A note, and you don't play the E note. So the top 2 strings you don't play, it's just the... You want them nice and clear, and like I say, just, if you start getting on them, it'll start muting if you're on too close to the frets, you're too far away from the frets, or if your 3rd finger is too flat, you'll mute the E string. Yeah, so make sure it's nice, a nice right angle as possible to the guitar. I think that your 2nd finger may be touching the string above, which is the D string, to mute that maybe, or probably give that a buzz. Make it buzz a bit, so watch that. But by playing the chord nice and slowly, whether you do it with your fingers or whether you do it with a pick, play nice and slow and make sure that every note rings out nice and clear. And that is your D minor chord.